Abusian obeje di say eye omampanin dada Kuffuor huiche ensensamo a abasam NDC fobinom edi na temno obeje di say Kevin Taylor a emprepi wotadidi MBB for temno wo kabi edi amapapa no na abusian otimu say Kevin oyenyi mu papa otimu say we ye bias abusian wo kambi edi ama wo mampanin dada Kuffuor na said wo si kambi edi ama no me pamcho before say be kwakotie no hu yenji sa intro we embra ye ba ye be kwakotie Kevin Taylor said wo si ka ensem ne bi edi ama o mampanin dada Kuffuor ene die Captain Smart so work about self-chair issue no yenji sa intro we embra
na we see perere sanyo no ye dey na send this for dia NDC for dia sapre no ana bi nya bay I said John mama you na NDC for dia NDC for no tu o say omo body ye dey so kukurudu ya ba 8 December ya mpa ye be ja monyom no be din na besa omo ne ma ye musician parties and then political parties ya best fucking enyum no mo nyamere ma ye fan twa na say
abusia osim musicians party and a political party akwada ubenya asem o NDC for mo no benya hu adanya musicians party said you see kan for mo nyom no sepre one ne ma mi din komo o say anyom no ya dia na say NDC for dia John mama abusia 8 December ye nyina ye twen de ebe den de ebesi ebeye dwe ankasa abusia efa mo mpanin dada hwiche sensem no
ho
mepamcho
enye djuma wankasa ye mahama
mepamcho yentie de Captain Smart ani enkrofobi eka about self-hwiche adidiatemu a NDC fobinom edini se eye ne nomi ne chese ni trimu odin ntina abusia wo so fasa no yeni kan ensha asem free captain honom bra
dela madweno enye djuma wankasa ye mahama ohu Kuffuor a onya fam kro beda tonche akwa bi yese ye friend dela edem basa jai jimi no what as mam kajon ha se na wanum wi ena odoka tra TV so keka sa kwa asem no se dan hu listen Kuffuor wedi 80 plus looking at you wundi 50 simple bibi na si na otihwilim adena when the tete sa akwa na ye fen say said dela was when the tete o abodam papa pedi a o chen wo bam ebi obetimi no na nakora epe se wuni ma me ka kire wo Kuffuor na tete mahama tese wo se wo ye NDC ni ampa mo nyansa nya djuma jai mo asem no di we free TV no so mbe ma de na tiafa so hwe na nim dela jai jimi no etino Kuffuor nyo obi a sabe oye yiyimu no na kame mi free agiba me kame mi free. Somebody should talk to that guy dela edem anya you will die earlier than your time so wuni ma me catch obi so obi ordinary esi Kuffuor and as quickly as possible SSA will apologize to Kuffuor. I'm giving you between now and the next 6 p.m. Anya say china ubenu hu me na catch dawo
abusia ubenu according to Captain Smart Ghana for binum say the Captain Smart eye ne de la esua captain almost say captain anammo na chese wuni aye den enam enye big deal bi entisanka be ya anka captain mum de wanya den omua na no because say yendidi mpanimfo atem anya omutantantan Ghana for binum say captain eye ade yi papa
Kuffuor
say captain eye ade yi na ye ka Kuffuor hwiche ensensem no wahu twini bi na senso ade reaction bi abana before say beti twini as de no yenko Kevin Taylor eso embrance yentie de Kevin Walker about omampanin dada ehwiche ensensem yi ko laki na say na yentie de ko
I got away now with sound. Ex-President Kuffuor akasa. Na enyubre mi pesam ni Ghana for kasa. na yama Ghana for tinyom bi asika krebi. We have gotten to that point where in some way we are not supposed to be angry. We have to be just disappointed. And that's all that I can say. In some way you and I, and you say you're angry. We just have to be disappointed. And there are two things here we are looking at. We are looking at a man at the end of the day, feel say, baby, I would do no. With all due respect to Nifiawedi, technically, he will not please or lick the butt of a politician to be relevant. And can you say Kuffuor do unfana no enkutia politician to say nipa be hu se sebio Kuffuor nim nyansa. No. We expect to say any age now we do no. This is the point where you are able to show yani nchiriba say sebio wa Kuffuor kura wo fie oba ana wonana ya ade bia nya obetima tena TV so aka to prove to yani ayehwe any Ghana for ayehwe nyina say where do that point whereby you stand for the right thing, you stand for right irrespective of where you are standing, where you are sitting, and also the people watching you or before you. Because I'll come back to that. I need to do this important. So yes, sorry, yeah, as President Kuffuor can send bebree. And in 70 Biwakano, majority of Ghanaians, you are surprised. Ebimuso are not surprised. People like myself and my team, we have never been surprised about Kuffuor's utterances. And this is not a time for Ghanaians to be so hard on Kuffuor. No, it is wrong. This is the time for Ghanaians to pity Kuffuor. Tie. This is not a time for you as a young Ghanaian to insult Kuffuor. It will not yield any results. This is not a time for you to basically, out of anger, because of Kuffuor Nsemi Obekano, you'll be so pissed off to say you are giving up on Ghana. No. This is the time we all have to feel pity. Feel pity because, without due respect, Ejina Kuffuor no, why akwara? He does what people tell him to do. And even when you read the Bible in natural order, after 70 years, a few people are able to hold their thoughts together to basically be consistent in what they say. So let's study. Age is a blessing. Sometimes age becomes a curse when you don't allow the blessing of God to lead you. Let's say age is a blessing. But when you don't allow yourself for God, the favor of God and the wisdom of God to lead you, that age becomes a curse. And that is what we are seeing in J.A. Kuffuor. So, Obi Tiseme, I feel bad, I feel pity, I feel hurt because all that he carried with him, the little thing he carried, and the lot of baggage that he tried to hide, today, out of hypocrisy, that little credibility that some people were trying to protect, Kuffuor Nankasa has blown himself up, and he has become one of the most disgraced, disrespected, underrated, statesman in the history of the Republic of Ghana. And you see, on a normal day, you expect people to be blazing and saying things against Kuffuor. And that's why I'm talking to the young people who are going through a lot. From Kuffuor's statement, we are not supposed to be too bitter. Anytime guys say, "Would need to do point to be you become a child," and you can say you become a child, and just want to mean and just say want to mean some of your actions and utterances will show say you have gotten to your peak, and that respectfully you have to stay away from active conversation. All that you do is to basically restrain yourself because you are not at full capacity to absorb and also put out what will benefit everyone around you. And I feel very hurt. I feel pity for Kuffuor. That's all that I can say. But before that, we need to let people understand where Kuffuor is coming from. Kuffuor is coming from an era. Everything that made Kuffuor to this point, everything was a lie. You see, J.A. Kuffuor, all his life has been politics. And it's a wunima. Kuffuor as a person, when he take politics out of his life, he's just a long-legged politician. And I say this because some of the things he says, you could see, he's embroiled in his politics, a partisan politics, than a politics that looks nationalistic. So from day one, they have been a group. It has all been about themselves, and it just didn't happen. It was how they were trained from their tribe, through their religion, through their education, before they landed in politics. So when you hear Kuffuor speak like this, the last thing I would say also, no, you have to feel pity. Now, J.A. Kuffuor, before I move on, we need to understand J.A. Kuffuor was actually birthed out of Busia tradition. And we all know what Busia tradition represents. It represents selfishness. It represents hypocrisy. It represents a group of people who want to be seen as intelligent.
Kuffuor bapa panyini a ba wadru sebre ba bia wadru meka politics bio hwe na wu na kɔ hwem na tena se na didi na wu na kɔ na to a wo yire emeye na obi amfo animu meye fom obaye usi konfa noche e repair ni nyina de emergency tato aboa yi tani kwase ai ba omi ai e wo sika a egu ne ka buto de che oni Kuffuor adon kanaman omo na Masante region bedru ya na o makotumfo ho akoma ni sika ni bise monye 20 million me donate cathedral no obi a omo na ewruli o omo ni me donate konfanochi obi o ma ban na ewruli o ma ban na eje konfanochi no hu sika no pa wi anwumre omo na ewruli hospital no tani na ntinya nka se moto abama me na me ba be ye konfanochi no se tani kuro kwase ana konfanochi no otumfuo ne sere sika ne wie ya ototo materials no tani kuro na afre custom fo se omunsizi mo otumfuo sa mesere sika foforo emetua taxes wo duty wo sa yinu no omunyi sika ne ko ro pieto plem woni Kuffuor ado enti sa kwasiafo we wu Kuffuor unim se de omo ye wo me po asem because tachiman to Sunyan road tachiman to Kumasi road na ye mfuturo wo na abeye obeye na asphalt obo branti ama me po asem so for line interchange nyina wo na ye on ti me po asem ultramodern emergency ausi me po asem on wetamale to boko nyina road wo na ye kwan ni nyina enti anu bi ne ye pesa wo de obeye ye ni bi ne ye pe wo se ye mpema mpanyini a oman ni wo problem ti say hospital a esebu nipa nkwa omo me repair na omudi sika ni momu toto VAT che ema nkwasiafo omu sika ni bidada na omumom hospital na omuji hu sika no omu ajaya mane sei na asante ni peso ye ni Yesu ana omude nkwasia duty taxes kanta cross no restricting se omuma otumfo meye hospital no nti sa amwa we no omumpa asante manye na omumpa Ghana manye nti sa nkwasiafo wo endorse omu enye ye Kuffuor sianyansa onyasa obeya ma obi mubio legacy awi ye na ano de of course MPP ninti ye de odwan ti kura beto so a obeka bia ma omo but sometimes no o ka asem na nipa no omo na edi omo abro wanya 8 years fa ye bibi nye jimia ka akabe wan ya kura me abeto aba na ma start a stop galamse nyina nsu amase ni nyina ma stop no because nipa o say nsu no mo ne nanam chama ntumi na ese no o say ni wi obeyi scan bi o TV so me ye enti say nipa no eno ase ma stop no no agya nsu ni sei na fe matimi dia be campaign da biye beto abakura na mo say nsu kese moa na nkwasiafo wei wo ye da ka bi mo moa wei asɔre kɔfoɔ ntumi nka bi ma ɔmo because ɔmo adada ɔmo agye ɔmo cement akɔtɔn adi cathedral ne cement a ɔmo de kɔɔ yɛ nyinaa Kuffuor ado akɔtɔn ne nyinaa adi ansana collection a ɔmo gye yɛ nyinaa Kuffuor ado akɔtɔn akɔdi sika no ansana wɔsan tam yɛ sika $58 million abra $58 million betumi asi dan yɛ wɔn kran nyinaa man sesa aka sɛ sika na ntumi a mo foundation kura cathedral no fish pond ɛda hɔ $300 million antinya monti samwa wedo yesa Kuffuor mo ba pese Ghana ne ko akiri anase ye pese ko nanim won ne meche no o starte Kuffuor market Kuffuor ado aba 8 years waja amana ka wuram enti say nipa we no ede na che say wa ba betena so 8 years wan si school dan wan yika kwan wan yehwe ede enti ne yankofa sankwase yefo ensan mra bio ya dwen ya dwuma na wo so wasi wa yeka kwan 10,000 kilometers minim so ye to wie mo se Ghana kwan nyina ye mfutu anti Kuffuor sua nyansa ba bia waduru no e wo hia se wo bedo ho beba ba hihye akromfo we ho no magu anim ase because omo ko position anu ntina omo ni message ye be wiam no na omo wiam so a jemensa ne tweba betu me na me ka kire no me risk in life se ye koku Kuffuor ado ye be kunu masa asem bia ni ho na oman na fa ne ntoma pafra ai ya nananom amukum nipa di sevu oman no nti sa Kuffuor ado enko ase ono oba chinchim Ghana fo nsa omma omum nya choice enkyere omu nipa omu pene no ono abefo so de ni tani kwasia na Ghana fo a ye bekwa akoku na firi ase me na me ka kire mo me de me kana Ghana ni tie oba obo bra ka me ka kire o NDC fo nkwasia fo ma jimi de bat eye chen mu de eya chair mu die anya hwe betimi aka kejetia mobile mu ye project major project bia kejetia ye betimi aka terminal 3 airport ye betimi aka normal bebre a yo mama kwasi ampanyini be ye saa no won saa nipa no udi na tem kura utimi ponte ade bia odiskane na odiskane high private jet na siwo na wutua $5 million per hour na wutua sika makwasi broni mane dani sikani forever wakwaje bosia na de bosia na gu play mu sen de ma broni no wonya aboa na aye de ade abra hospital dwirigu abra oman no wa promise 111 hospital eno waje hu sika o kwasi broni diskana ma ntinka simu 5 kura agenda 111 simu 5 kura wentimi ansi 100 hospital no meanwhile waje hu sika nyina di adan wajimi na aboa sei mi asa ko sankwase ya fo ya ba de ya jimi ana ade ya jimi yi levi ya jiji yi levi a obia ho beto no omanum ya ji yi levi akrono mu wie nipa no peto nwure chese akuru abakura mu ntobi nkoma de na serefo
abusia kura abakura mu ntobi nkoma de na serefo according to Dwena said was here hiti NPP force na mi mum die se wo campaign elietia NPP na wo campaign die ma NDC a me huni se eya decrement what as here the same nkwasi adwuma because party ni mienu at the end no we say NDC ba omonso yedia no mo bedi se bi NPP ba so no yese bia omo keka omo sa de show moto mu keke omo so beka so metimi a chire no ma bi omo ye yeso munya yeso omo bobo no ma bi so a sana NDC fon so go mbenya bibia eden abobo so but at the end no sika omo bedi eni sika omo de be hye oman ni mu no abusu ade omo bedi no edoso sinem de omo de be hye oman ni mu no what ase eni ebebere kwa se omo de $1 million e de hye oman ni mu a e wo se omo di be $500 million US dollars. What I say, imagine 1,500,000 big interval. Inti yempeni mfono sano munyi na yeden. Eti hase Amazing TV. Subscribe to your channel for updates na. Infa wo NC hase ye.